major topic that I think has been really relevant today is this topic of emotional intelligence. Sometimes you hear it referred to as emotional quotient. I wanted to just share a little bit of information about that today to get you thinking about where do you fit on it, where do others fit. I'm going to suggest to you, there's a great book called Emotional Intelligence 2.0, written by Bradbury and Greaves. One of the things they found, I'm going to read this to you, it says EQ, again emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, is so critical to success that it accounts for 58% of performance in all types of jobs. It's the single biggest predictor of performance in the workplace and the strongest driver of leadership and personal experience. That's a quote from Bradbury and Greaves' book, and I would agree with it. I would suggest to you, and I'll talk about what emotional intelligence is in a moment, that emotional intelligence is probably outweighs to some degree even the degree of competence we have. Now, when I say that, I don't want people to jump to the conclusion that somehow incompetence is okay. Not the case. I generally find, though, that if people are highly emotional intelligent, it will overcome a bit of a lack of knowledge or experience or skill, where the opposite doesn't seem to work as well. In other words, if we struggle with emotional intelligence, having a high degree of competence or skill and knowledge doesn't seem to overcome the lack of emotional intelligence as well. So what is emotional intelligence? It's this. We've got it broken up, and this is, you can look this up most anywhere. It's basically broken into kind of 4 different quadrants, right? We look at it from a personal competence to a social competence. Personal competence being this: how self-aware am I of my emotions? Do I understand my emotions? And do I understand my emotions at the time that I have them? A lot of people, they don't, right? What we say is this: well, I know I shouldn't say this, but, and they say it anyway, right? It's really funny to me that they know they shouldn't say it. They say, oh, at the time I knew I shouldn't have, but they do it anyway. What I'm going to suggest to you, let me give you this quote again from Bradbury and Greaves' book. It says, only 36% of the people tested are able to accurately identify their emotions as they happen. This means that 2/3 of us are typically controlled by our emotions and are not yet skilled at spotting them and using them to our benefit. That was powerful to when I first read that, to think that almost 2/3 of individuals are really not that emotionally intelligent. They don't fully understand their own emotions at the time that they have them. What I'm also going to suggest to you is that we're all emotional beings and that we perceive the world emotionally, and then we have to figure out what are we going to do with those emotions. So when we get caught off in traffic, how do we react, right? We oftentimes are very reactionary. I wave my fist, I yell and scream, get on the horn, whatever, right? We do stuff as a result of that. And that's what I'm suggesting. Emotional intelligence helps us to better understand our own emotions so we react better to them. Or better yet, we don't react to them. We don't let them control our behaviors. We actually make conscious decisions around how we behave. I am going to suggest to you that high emotions and thinking don't necessarily go well together. We don't generally do them at the same time very well. So anyway, the second part of this, self-awareness was one, self-management. Can we manage that? We were just talking about that. Can we manage our emotions if we do understand them? The second half of emotional intelligence is social competence. It's social awareness is the first part. How aware are we of others' emotions? Can we look around at people and see how they're doing, how they're feeling? And can then, two, the second part of this, relationship management, can we react or relate well to their emotions? So we could spend hours talking emotional intelligence. We teach a 3-class series on this because it's such an important topic. Again, personal competence, social competence. Are we aware of our own emotions? Can we manage our emotions? Are we aware of others' emotions, and can we manage those relationships? Inevitably, if we're not emotionally intelligent, our emotions drive us and drive our actions and behaviors, what we say and do, and it usually gets us in a lot of trouble and creates a lot of challenges and issues. We would be well served to look at ourselves and better understand our own emotional intelligence. You can certainly go to our website at risingsunconsultants.com. We have a page out there about emotional intelligence. There's actually an assessment that you can take to learn more about your emotional intelligence. So I wish you all the best. I encourage you to go there, risingsunconsultants.com, and check out that assessment. It may be one that would be valuable to you. Take care.